So in many parts of coastal Florida, we have fertilizer blackout times or bans on fertilizing your lawn with nitrogen or phosphorus fertilizer. Those go from June 1st to September 30th of every year. The reason we have those is because we're a land of waterways, and all waterways end up leading out either to the Atlantic Ocean or to the Gulf of Mexico, and runoff from fertilizing can affect the ecosystems here. I'll link in the description below if you'd like to read more about it. Either way, here in Manatee County, Florida, we have those bans, and as of October 1st, I was able to throw down again. This is my strategy, what I did, how I did it, why I did it, all the math behind it, and results in the end. If you're somebody that's been struggling with the math behind the applications we do, please watch this video all the way through, as I think it'll be one more step to gaining understanding. And once you gain understanding, throwing down is much more enjoyable. So the first section, section 1, is on the side of my house, and it's a 1,000 square foot area. That area isn't getting any fertilizer. I'm just going to feed it non-fertilizer products from the next line, including Humic 12, RGS, which stands for root growth stimulant, and Aerate, and I'm doing that through an easy flow, which I can spray out of my hose. I'll give you a lot more information about that in a coming video. Section 2, which is the background of my main stage, is getting Carbon X at 3 pounds per thousand. Carbon X is a 24-04 analysis. At 3 pounds, I'll be getting almost 3/4 pounds of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet in this application. Additionally, I'll get 0.12 pounds of potash. Carbon X also contains biochar infused with chicken poo, which brings micronutrients, as well as humic acid and sea kelp are also juiced in the mix. Section 3, my main stage, Palmetto St Augustine, is going to get 818 X-Green at 5 pounds per thousand. This will give me 0.40 pounds of nitrogen, as well as 0.40 pounds of potash in the mix. As with all Carbon Earth products, I'm also getting the biochar infused with chicken poo to bring lots of micronutrients. Another key factor in X-Green's success is the super small prill size that gets down through the canopy and into the soil right away.
Okay, now if this wind will hold off, I'll give you this tip. All of my granular applications are done. So X-Green, Carbon X, and then Granular Hydretain across this entire thing. Now, one of the things with all of these products is you want them to get down through the turf canopy and get to the soil surface where water can hit them and take them all the way into the soil. That is especially true with super thick grass types here, like we have, like St. Augustine grass that has just giant stoloniferous base. The wind is like so bad out there, so I brought it in. It's gonna really hamper my liquid applications here. But anyway, what I wanted to say is when you have a grass type like St. Augustine grass or zoysia or even high cut Bermuda, you got a lot of just mass there that's got to get down through. And one of the ways to help your products get down through that canopy and get closer to the soil is through the violence of mowing. Now, you definitely want to mulch your clippings here. Don't catch them. I actually did a video a couple years ago where I did a quick experiment to see if you could actually bag up fert after an application. I'll link in the description below to that, and I'll link up here in the card. It's kind of a fun video I did, and some does get sucked up. But so you definitely want to put your mower in mulch mode here. No need to mow lower, higher than normal, whatever. This is St. Augustine grass, so we're jacked to the top anyway. That's not the point here. The point here is to let the violence of the mowing just settle everything down. If you think about it, it makes sense. It's very logical that that mower is going to help push stuff down deep because it's vibrating. Just think about it when it's in your hand, then you're running it over the surface. It's going to get everything down where you want it.
Sections 4 and 5 are going to get liquid applications from the next line, but I'll put those in a separate video as well. As you can see here, the wind on this day was 16 miles per hour and I was not able to spray liquids, and in fact, the liquids got sprayed much later, and the results came much faster. Like I mentioned, I'll post a separate video very soon here showing those results. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't.
Hey, what's up y'all? Well, welcome back. Today is Thursday, October 10th, and I'm right about the same time of day Boy, the wind is really bad. I'm gonna try to stand back over by here. Maybe I can stay out of the wind a little bit. So it's been 10 days since I did my applications. But before I show you the after, I just wanna kind of explain a couple things about fertilizer in general. And the first thing I wanna say about that is, yes, I 100% stand behind the fertilizers that I apply, and there's a reason that I apply them. But the first thing I want you to understand is no matter what fertilizer you're using, whether you're using 2404 Carbon X or a 2404 Scott's Synthetic from Home Depot, the most important thing that you can do to get results is to put down a proper, even, consistent application. 80% of your results, no matter what you're doing, fertilizing, killing bugs, you know, putting down fungicides, whatever you're doing, 80% of the success comes from doing a proper application. And when I say that, it's getting the right amount of product down, getting it down evenly and consistently, and then getting it, in this case, watered into the soil. Now, that's not to say all fertilizers are created equal. If you're gonna take the time to walk across your lawn and spread something, you might as well get some additional goodness out of it. And that's why I like products like the ones I use. Now, one of the things I want to point out, and again, this doesn't matter what fertilizer you're using, it took me 10 days to get results here, and most of the results have come in the last 3 days, and that is because we got some good rain here. I don't care how good your irrigation system is or how many tuna can challenges you took last month, you will not match what comes out of the clouds. Rain is nourishing in and of itself, and as far as consistency goes, there is no more consistent way to get water down into your lawn than from rain. And then right after the rain, the other thing you need is sunlight. When the sun comes out, it tells your lawn, hey, time to photosynthesize, and those grass blades will open up wide, especially right after a good rain, because they're full of plenty of good moisture, which also helps the lawn stand up and grab more sunlight. Okay, so this section over here, section 1, this is our pie-shaped section, right there where my thumb is, and this is getting no fert at all. So what this is getting is, I'm having a little fun over here, it's just getting the next products that do not contain fert. So RGS, Humic 12, those are the two main ones, and Aerate, that's all it's really going to get, and it's getting it from this really fun thing that I've been doing here, Easy Flow. I'm not going to go into that today. This is an experiment that I'm running, so you guys can follow this. So I'll probably be running this area like this for definitely over the winter, all the way through February, probably even March, just to see what happens with it, see what we can do. I'm also spraying all the palms on this side. Now the palms will continue to get fed normally, but the lawn is only going to get those 3 next products. And what I found is I just like coming out here and spraying this brown liquid all over the place, and just, I don't know, it's relaxing to come out here and just spray. So anyway, that's what's going to go on over here. So we could use this like a control too. Keep in mind the products I'm using here have no fertilizer value, so I'm not expecting this to turn dark green or anything, but I just want to see what it'll do with absolutely no fertilizer, with only the humic stuff. I just want to see. I want to see what it will do. What will happen here? What is it going to look like? And then my neighbor here, who actually is a lawn care nut, he's really good. He actually adjusted his mower so that it like mows higher than it should from the factory. I mean, he's that kind of lawn care nut, so he knows what he's doing. He treats his lawn well. He does a good job. So we're gonna be able to compare a 0 here to a really good DIYer going forward. So let's go then over here to section 2, which is this one up here. So next, this is my Palmetto St Augustine. Now this got the 818X screen at 5 pounds per thousand, which delivers 0.4 pounds of nitrogen per thousand. So under a half pound. It also delivers 0.4 pounds of potash per thousand. And this is a case where you get excellent results with really low rates. So if you're somebody that's concerned about high nitrogen programs, or somebody's been telling you, look man, you need to back down your nitrogen because maybe you have centipede grass, or because maybe you had some brown patch fungus or whatever, and you don't want to encourage that in the springtime, so you're going to use a low-in type program in the spring. Whatever the reason being, 818 is one of those products then that is going to deliver superior results at much less pounds on the ground and not as much in. And so it's kind of one of those more funky, fresh kind of products. I wasn't able to get the sun to cooperate with me to do my pictures here, but I did want to point out I've sprayed some weeds. This is some dayflower in the front lawn here, so quick video coming up about that as well for you Florida folks here in the fall. Hey, what's up y'all? Okay, so today is actually now Saturday, October 12th, and I just was working on the edit to this video, and I feel like maybe it's gonna come across as like super pitchy, and listen, that's not the case here. What I'm really trying to illustrate here is that you guys in your strategy, you know, try different things in different parts of your yard, try different fertilizers at different rates, one down heavier, one down not so heavy, one that's got, you know, micronutrients in it, one that doesn't, one that's funky fresh with humic acid, one that's not, you know. Experiment on your own, see what you like, see what your lawn likes, see what responds, and see what works for your budget. Also, one of the things I like to illustrate in this video is there's two different fertilizers with two completely different prill sizes, which means a whole different level of difficulty in applying one versus the other. So the idea is to kind of taste the rainbow until you decide what works for you and your strategy. Now next I'm going to go in and edit the video with the liquids, and I'll also show you some of the struggles I've had with my zoysia in there. It's really slowed down since the weather has kind of been like it was, and it's just been a little bit of a struggle, but I think those of you with zoysia grass will appreciate it because some of you are seeing some of the same things that I have. So that video will be coming up next, as well as a complete video on my ryegrass overseed that I did over at my buddy's house. That's on some bare ground. We've been back there a couple times now, and we got that to a certain point. And then just in another couple hours, I'm going to pick up Ben Sims from Lawn Tips because he's going to begin his America trip. So lots of stuff going on here, lots of stuff coming up. So with that, I hope this video has been helpful to you. I'm Alan Hain, the Lawn Care Nut. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the lawn.